Good morning, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, we've got news out of Lenoir County where a man is now facing child sex crimes after he was arrested. On Monday, detectives arrested and charged 72-year-old Little Hare with 1 count of first-degree statutory sex offense, 2 counts of indecent liberties with a child, and 2 counts of disseminating obscenity to a minor. Now, court documents show the offense happened on December 15th, and the victims were more than 1 child under the age of 13. Now, Hare was taken to the Lenoir County Detention Center, where he is currently being held without bond. Now, we also want to highlight another registered sex offender case, this one in Onslow County, where 61-year-old James Warner was arrested Monday by the Onslow County Sheriff's Office. Court documents show Warner failed to register as a sex offender by not updating his address as required when released from jail on August 19th. Now, Warner was taken to the Onslow County Jail, where he was given a $35,000 bond. His first court appearance is scheduled for Tuesday. And now we want to turn our attention to the meeting between President Trump and President Benjamin Netanyahu. NBC's Beaufort Your Mom has more.
President Trump hosted Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at his Mar-a-Lago estate, the U.S. hoping to move forward with the second phase of the Gaza ceasefire.
As quickly as we can.
But the president says progress largely hinges on Hamas's disarmament.
But if they don't disarm, as they agreed to do, they agreed to it, and then they'll be held to pay for them.
In effect since October, a U.S. brokered ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. But the president downplayed the lack of progress and Israel's actions. Its military killed hundreds of Palestinians since the ceasefire. Details of Monday's talks remained elusive.
Well, we have had a discussion, big discussion, for a long time on the West Bank. And I wouldn't say we agree on the West Bank 100%, but we will come to a conclusion on the West Bank.
With high praise, the two showcased their public support for one another. This comes as the prime minister is gearing up to run for re-election in 2026.
I'll say it again and again and again. We've never had a friend like President Trump in the White House. It's not even close.
Look, he's a wartime prime minister. He's done a phenomenal job.
And Trump says he would support an Israeli attack against Iran if Iran attempts to boost its ballistic missile reserves or restore its nuclear program.
We'll knock them down, we'll knock the hell out of them, but hopefully that's not happening. I heard Iran wants to make a deal.
The president added if Iran is building up weapons, they're not using the sites the U.S. forces, quote, obliterated during airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities back in June. In Washington, Beaufort Your Mom, NBC News.
Well, thank you very much, Beaufort, for that report. We now turn to your weather forecast. Today is quite a different day than yesterday in that air temperatures significantly cooler than average right now. Let's take a look at what we've got across the eastern portion of the United States, and that's where we find, again, snow flurries coming down across, well, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, getting some snow flurries. Connecticut seeing, again, a few little spots of snow. Here in eastern North Carolina, though, while we are cold enough at this point to support some snow, right now air temperatures right around the freezing point. It does look like we're going to be very dry today. No cloud cover going to be delivering any sort of raindrops or snow flurries to eastern North Carolina, but air temperatures again are going to remain subdued today, to say the least. 32 degrees right now in Greenville, comes with a west-northwesterly breeze at 6 miles an hour. That breeze, it's making it feel more like 26 degrees outside. Make sure you have a jacket as you walk out the door if you haven't done so already. 33 degrees in Washington, westerly breeze at around 10 miles an hour. And again, a feels-like temperature in the mid-20s. It's going to be cold throughout eastern North Carolina today. There's not going to be a warm point of the day. High temps, low to mid 40s. Right now, we are in the low to mid 30s, so we'll gain about 10 degrees on top of what you're seeing out your door right now. Northwesterly winds, those are going to be picking up speed later on this afternoon. So as we make our way into the tail end of the day, understand that while air temperatures may come up a bit, it's still going to feel equally as cold because of those winds accelerating through the afternoon, getting up to around a 15-mile-per-hour range. Now, later on, once we get to around 5, 6, 7 p.m. at night tonight, that's when those winds will really start to relax, going back to a more of a single-digit wind speed. That will then carry over into your Wednesday. Westerly winds coming in on Wednesday. That will slowly try to warm us up. You see a little bit of a southerly component there. That is going to lead to a gradual rise in air temperatures as we approach the new year. But let's take a look at what skies are going to do today. Mostly sunny from start to finish. We may have a few passing clouds, but certainly nothing that's going to deliver any raindrops to the east. And then on Wednesday, again, another mostly sunny day with an opportunity for, again, maybe a few passing clouds. But looking at mostly sunny skies for at least the next 48 hours, possibly even extending into the new year as well. Next chance of rain comes in on Saturday. Doesn't look like it'll carry over into Sunday. We may have some morning clouds out early Sunday morning, but it looks like most of the rain will be in and out of eastern North Carolina coming in on Saturday afternoon, exiting by Saturday night. And then that will leave us with air temperatures in the low 50s coming in on Sunday, but we'll be back to the mid to upper 50s by the time we reach Monday and Tuesday of next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday.